In this lesson, we will be talking about the language of visuals.
In this lesson, you will learn about using visual language such as photographs, icons, illustrations, shapes, and textures to help your designs achieve the best look possible. Now that you know about typography, the next tool you will want to use in your designs are visuals.
Visuals can be created using Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and even InDesign, where you're creating shapes directly into the program. Humans process visuals and images 60,000 times faster than the written word. They have a large power to attract attention to designs as well as to tell stories that only imagery can do. The goal of images is to help viewers understand the communication more easily and quickly than if the design only had text in it. There are multiple kinds of visual language that we use, and I'm going to give a brief understanding with examples of each. The first are photographs. Most new designers are not also professional photographers, so when you're designing a flyer for a dog brand, instead of going and taking a picture of a dog, you can use stock sites. Stock meaning pre-photographed images sitting on the shelf as in stock, where they have tons of professional photos to choose from. There are free ones such as Pixels, Unsplash, and others, but sometimes they may require you to put the name of the photographer in order to use them. And then there are paid ones such as Adobe Stock and Shutterstock. I use Adobe Stock images as they have a great variety. If this poster just said Bridgerton March 25 Netflix, it would be far less interesting than having the photo of Penelope and Eloise on it. And in sports, using photos is vital so you can see the players, of course. And for brochures and flyers, it's imperative to break up a bunch of type with photographs. The next type of visuals are illustrations. These can either be created yourself or purchased from stock sites. If the design style you're looking to convey is fitting to be illustrated rather than using images itself, or if the brand style calls for an illustrated look, this is a great option. You can also use icons in this specific category. This brand uses illustrations for its promotional material. Some awesome designer took the Greatest Showman movie and turned different songs into illustrated posters in this example. This designer used illustration on the packaging of the product and the ad for the product itself, keeping the look consistent in a very cute way. Then there are textures. These can be used as backgrounds, such as when you're looking to create a vintage-looking design, or as added elements to show some specific mood or to give contrast in a design. These posters use a really cool amount of texture in photographs. This poster uses a smoky and grainy texture to help portray the mood of power and intensity. This design uses illustration with texture in the background and in the type itself to give this vintage, Old West type of feel to it that is done extremely well. And finally, there are shapes. This could be circles, straight lines, squiggly lines, squares, rectangles, or any other shape that helps to forward the communication of the design. This packaging uses squiggly line shapes to give kind of a psychedelic vibe to that ice cream brand. The typeface and colors chosen complement it really well. This brand has circles and lines used throughout to symbolize the coffee cup, and they use that in their flyers, their coffee tins, and even in their sugar packets. This brand uses circles to add interest and consistency in their logo and their branded material. Your next steps are to find 5 examples of each type of visual language in a design. Look at what the design would be without the visuals and see if they enhance it or make it worse. And then you're going to go on to the next section, all about color. I'll see you there.